Welcome everyone, this is Zozo StockWatch, and this is your StockWatch list for October 30th, Monday. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the news that came out on Friday after the bell. We had a REVG, and we'll check that on our after hours chart. REVG. No real reaction to the news, announces full exercise of underwriter's option to purchase additional share on REVG. Then we had QURE, came out with news after the bell on Friday, announces closing of its public offering. So no reaction really on that. Merck provides update on European application. Let's check out Merck. And Merck was down all day on Friday, as you can see by this 5-minute chart here. This is a pre-post market chart. Anyway, it was trending down all day and not much reaction after the hours. And this news is provided to us by the Trade Exchange News Service. Let's see, ADMS. That stock is 0.72 reports 5.1% stake. LJPC. That one gapping down in the after hours on Friday. 150 million shelf offering there on LJPC. Top insider purchases after hours that night. SVRA. A little bit of a pop there in SVRA. Direct to purchase 50K. ARTW over 48,000. A little bit of a pop. MAA. Director purchased 7K. LMT, Lockheed Martin, not much reaction there to that 2,500 purchase. XNCR, 10% owner, and not much reaction there. TPVG, CEO purchased over 22,000 on TPVG, and looks like the stock sold off a little bit in after hours on Friday. PPHM, Director purchased 50K at 450, and that stock looked like it was ticking up on PPHM in the after hours on Friday. IMDZ. No reaction really on over, what was that, 2 million shares, on over 2 million shares purchased by Director in that name, IMDZ. CLDR, purchase of 30K. And CLDR, not really much reaction for that. Some syndicate news. We had BKEB, OREVG, we already talked about. ALXN granted FDA. ALXN, this came out on actually Saturday. ALXN granted FDA orphan drug designation. NLNK FDA orphan drug designation. And KURA development candidate shows robust anti-tumor activity, so that was on KURA. GBT, Global Blood Therapeutics, announces presentation of case study. That was for GBT. And ENZY enters definitive agreement to be acquired by Frutarome. Price $11.90 on ENZY. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the calendar of economic information for Monday, the 30th of October. We have personal income and outlays at 8:30 a.m. 10:30, we have the Dallas Fed manufacturing survey, and that's at 10:30. 9 a.m., Germany's CPI coming out on 9 a.m. on Germany CPI. Let's see, we have at 7:30 tomorrow night, we have some numbers coming out from Japan, and also at 10 minutes to 8 from Japan, and then 9 o'clock we have manufacturing PMI from China on Monday night. So there's your economic information, and then you have a wealth of earnings reporting for Monday. Let's see if there's any big names reporting before the bell. FDC, IPI, MCY, ROP, SONS, to name a few, VET. After the bell on Monday, we have AMKR, BCRH, CASH, CGNX, CHGG, Cone, Cray, HLIT, I'm just looking to see if there's any big names. Mondelez, MDLZ after the bell on Monday. And what else do we have going on for Monday after the bell? RCII, SANM, STLY, TREX, UIS, and XRM. So those are some of the names reporting after the bell on Monday. And don't forget, FOMC meeting is going to be big on Wednesday, 2 p.m. And then you have the employment numbers coming out on Friday. NFP employment situation 8:30 on Friday. So those are a couple of big events coming up. For your earnings, you know, tons of earnings coming out here for the week. Shopify is going to be Tuesday, etc. So I talked about this on the Let's Get Ready video, so just check that out. And then for your earnings cast calls from earningscast.com, you see for Monday we have FDC, etc., and a bunch of other earnings calls for Monday. Just be aware of the times if you're in any of these stocks to take a look at that. And we'll take a look at our futures, overnight futures for Sunday night. It's about 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time, my time. Dow futures up about 8, S&P futures up a fraction, NASDAQ futures down a fraction. So there's your futures for the overnight. Just starting out, it's early in the evening. Like I said, 6:20 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll just take a quick look at the market. SPY was very strong on Friday. Nice pop there, up almost 1% for the day on Friday. And big names like Amazon, Microsoft, Intel, and Google had earnings and pushed the markets up. QQQ also, you know, big pop on Friday, up almost 3%. Don't forget Facebook, Apple, Tesla have earnings for this week ahead. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the watch list now. First one up is this APVO. Nice looking daily here. Volume a little bit light, but you know, volume can always show up at any time. We're above the moving averages here. It's a biotech name, APVO, holding up here and not looking too bad. So I'll take a look at that one, maybe intraday. BONT, you know, we got a trade in this one in the service at ZozoStockWatch.com, and a nice pop there up to about you know, $1.15, $1.20 on BONT. CDEV, this chart more of a swing trade type of chart. Trying to get over these recent highs here. Maybe 1925 for CDEV is enough to get it going. 1.5 million shares traded, oil and gas name. So keep an eye on that. You know, kind of a cup and then a handle here on this name, CDEV. If anything, it's been basing for a while. So if it takes out this 1925 area, maybe that one might you know, lead to a good swing trade. CDNA. Keep your eye on this one. If it can take out that $6 area, the highs on Friday were $5.97. Volume a little bit light, but if it breaks this $6 area, we could get a nice pop. CMLS, a lot of eyes on this one. It's been popping, dropping, popping, dropping. So we'll see if it sets up intraday. It is a stock that's under 50 cents, so just keep that in mind. CSIQ, I believe they have earnings coming up. Remember now, with all these names, make sure you check, you know, your sources for earnings, okay? I only have limited time on the video, so. But, you know, First Solar had a nice pop on Friday from their earnings, so CSIQ might want to play, you know, follow. And so, you know, over that 1705, 1710 area for CSIQ. Like I said, check this one for our earnings, though. Dries, if we take a look at it on 30-minute chart, you see we've been basing below and trying to get above this $5 area on Dries. You're looking at it on a 30-minute chart. If we switched over to a 15-minute chart, you see, you know, pretty much that $5 area, how important that is. If it can get up over 5, you know, it could get interesting. Let's go back to a daily, and we'll move on to FATE. Over 300,000 shares. We finally broke out of this base here. We'll see if there's any kind of continuation move in FATE, a small little biotech. Fuel cell on the daily chart here, trying to get over this 225 spot, FCEL. Let's check out Plug. You know, still can't get going here on Plug and Ballard Power. That one is basing under $5. So I don't know. It's not a favorite of mine, but keep your eye on this fuel cell. Maybe a possible move here, but it has work to do to get over this 300 SMA and trying to get over that 225 spot on fuel cell. GBT, they had that news. I went over and we'll see how this one trades and sets up intraday on this name. Okay, it's can have large spreads in it intraday, so just be careful with that. GCAP, some kind of Bitcoin connection here, got up to about that 750 area here on this name. Big pop, 3.2 million shares traded, so we'll have an eye on this one on intraday basis. GDS, data storage, maybe trying to break out over this 16 area. We got as high as 1589, so keep an eye on this one. Possible swing trade name, GDS. GNMX, you see the pop-in, drop-in going on here. Volume about 500,000 shares, but it is still holding above the 5 EMA. We're still kind of in this channel here, so keep this one on watch. Maybe it can break out over that 185. Maybe 180 is enough to get it going over 185. GNMX. HIMX, semiconductor name, kind of, it's been making some nice moves up, then it gives it back, so maybe this is gonna try to get out over 1050 now on HIMX. 5.7 million shares. HTGM, trying to get out over that 275 spot here on the daily chart, HTGM. So we'll see what this one wants to do. It's holding above the 10, holding above the 13, and see if it can get over that 275 spot this week. We'll see. INPX, small little name, under 50-cent name, trying to break out over that 50 cents. So, if you like to play those under 50-cent names, keep your eye on that. If it can break out over 50 cents. IZEA, we've had this big pop, this big run up, then it pulls back. Some buying came in, not a lot of buying, but maybe if it gets over this 350 area, you might get a continuation move up on that name. COS, oil and gas name here, 777 was the close, over 785 and 2.4 million. And oil was very strong this for this week, and Friday was up almost 3% on oil. So maybe this KOS, wants to move up. We'll see. Next one up is Mankind. I'm not too keen on this one, but we'll see. It had this big run up, then it pulled back. It's still holding above my 400 SMA, the purple line you see right here. If you can get back over, 350, 360 on the name, maybe it starts to turn the corner and head back up. So we'll see. 14.6 million shares traded. MRNS, pretty chart here. It popped, gave back some of the gains, but still holding above the 50 SMA. 1.7 million shares. Keep your eye on this one if it breaks out over that like 605 area on MRNS. NEOT, a lot of eyes on this one. The big pop here, pulled back, but still kind of holding above the 200 SMA, holding above the 10. If it can get back over maybe Friday's highs, 140, 145 area, maybe it takes and reclaims this 150 spot. NEOT. OPNT, this is the whole opioid goings on with Trump and whatnot. So OPNT might get a reversal here if they're going to keep talking about opioids out of Washington, and with all these biotech names, this one might get going also. Again, RGSE, this is a solar name, and it did not pop. I was watching this Friday, thought it would get over this 225 and may continue up. It had a high on Thursday of $2.30, so maybe over 230, 225. Maybe RGSE starts moving up, like First Solar, CSIQ, SPWR also had a pop, and you might want to keep this SPWR on watch also, having since I have this one up. 5 million shares, maybe starting to turn the corner. Held this 650 area, Had a high on Friday of 719, so keep your eye on that one. Next up for an idea is this RIGL, trying to get over this 4 spot, and so far no luck. It's been rejected at the 4 spot, so we'll see what that one wants to do. RMBS, Rambus, semiconductor name, holding above the 13, popped here, pulled back 2 sticks here. Maybe if it gets up over 1410, could get a continuation move in Rambus. SENS, holding above the 10 SMA, 700,000 shares. Looks like it needs to get over, this 290, 295 spot, but then we have the 50 SMA up near this $3 level, so we'll see. It's not a favorite, but maybe intraday it might set up. Since oil moved up so well, Schlumberger will be back on watch. If it can take out, this 64 area on Schlumberger, we'll see if that happens in the next few days. I see Halliburton moving up nicely on big volume. Rig moving up on volume on Friday. So maybe Schlumberger, it is the the leader in that OIH, oil and gas, oil services. So keep an eye on this one, Schlumberger. Snap. Nice pop on Friday, 24 million shares. We'll see if there's any kind of setup on this one, maybe to continue making a move. Twitter, very strong. Twitter was very strong after their earnings. Actually, I could have had a chance to play this Twitter. I was just in disbelief when it broke over 20, and I said, oh, that's got to be it for Twitter. It'll pull back now, and it just continued on up on Twitter, so fooled me there on Twitter, but after their earnings. So and then like I said, so maybe Snap will want to join, and Facebook, breaking out to new highs here, and we're just in a very strong market, so maybe they're looking for Snap to be kind of a bargain, I guess. TRCH, it's had a few days up now, still trying to get over this $1.50 oil and gas play. 1.1 million shares or 1 million shares there on TRCH. So keep your eye on that one. Maybe it'll set up. TTNP, this is another one of those opioids. I think they're partnered with OPNT. So if this one can get back over maybe 230, it might get interesting. Just watch these names for spreads. TTNP had spreads in it, and that OPNT also had huge spreads in it that the day it was really popping. So TTNP, I'll have that one on watch also. TYHT, yep, that's right. This one, 2.6 million shares, big pop on Friday, so you can't really ignore this. You're going to have to see if it sets up intraday, maybe some type of red to green, and see if it can hold above maybe this 350 area, and then maybe turn back up and take over on $4. So we'll see. And lastly, VOYA, asset management. Let's just look at this on the weekly real fast. Must be a recent one, and trying to get up over that 41 level up here. Maybe possible swing trade VOYA. Like I said, check all these stocks for earnings. Okay, that's your job. I can't really check every stock. I mean, before I swing trade it, I will check. So make sure you check too. All right, so that is the stocks to watch list. Every night we make a stocks to watch list, so we'll make another one for Monday, for Tuesday. This is Sunday for Monday. Everybody have a pleasant rest of the weekend. Thank you so much for listening. Hit that subscribe button if you like these videos, and also retweet them. That would be a big help. Thank you so much, YouTubers, and see you out there in YouTube land.